I would have a budding solo career and really kind of take off there, and it just kind of hit the fan. I didn't have any promotion. I didn't have any manager. I just was myself, and it just kind of hit the fan.
I have a crazy idea.
Sure.
Kerrville Folk Festival.
Kerrville?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't have enough material, I don't think, right now. I
wasn't talking about performing.
Yeah.
I was talking about taking it in.
What do you mean?
Go, listen to some music, maybe do a little bit of networking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just kind of like take it, relax, and enjoy the weekend.
Well, Richard, I don't have transportation. Isn't that crap? I know you operate on the bus system as well at times, and I know that's difficult for us to operate on those kind of terms. But yeah, I know hell or high water. If you want to get somewhere, usually you get somewhere, regardless. But I don't know enough about networking with people that don't have cars or that have cars or want to do that. I suppose I could place an ad on Craigslist or something like that. Anyone wanting to go to Kerrville Folk Festival and be. I've never been to Kerrville, so there's that.
Just find out when it gets close and see what's going on in your life that. Yeah, when it starts getting within 30 days and worry about transportation then.
Yeah, I understand.
If you want to go, who knows? Who knows who might be going at the last? Sometimes that stuff just works out.
Right. When is the Kerrville Folk Festival?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I could probably tune in on the internet and Google it and all that, but.
Something could just happen.
Well, I had it.
Not having a car ruin the possibilities.
Right, I had an internship with Omega Audio and Sound a while back, and Paul Christensen, I can't remember, Christensen, I think. He really did me wrong as far as offering me studio time as far as reward for my internship, and he actually ended up canning my internship on behalf of his wife or something like that. Some kind of situation there that I remember very well, but I don't know if he remembers that, I have a reputation as being a lesbian, Are you there?
Yeah.
So I have a reputation as being a lesbian, and sometimes it gets difficult for me to maneuver through that crap with having a reputation as being a lesbian, you know what I mean?
With what?
Having a reputation as being a lesbian with personal relationships up at a workplace. Paul Christensen didn't know.
If Katie can support her career, I really don't think you have anything to worry about there.
Well, you would think, but apparently Paul Christensen did, because there was a relationship I was trying to develop with a video post and transfer person that they share the same Love Field Airport studio space with, and apparently Jaxie was her name, and Jaxie didn't like me, or Paul didn't like my interaction with Jaxie, and it got difficult, and Paul got pissed off and apparently canned me, and I didn't even get any recording time from that, my personal time. Apparently that was the compensation for a free internship, offering my free expertise with recording, being a sound engineer, like I'm certified sound engineer. And I don't know if you got it certified before in sound engineering or what you did to get your experience, and you're probably just a brilliant guy yourself, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I find that, earning anywhere from 16 to 32 an hour, the degrees don't mean as much as what you can do.
Right. Have you? But you've made more than that an hour, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When I go on, a V1 or an A1 position with PSAV, I'm getting paid like $32.50 an hour. So I don't mention that.
Yeah, but have they ever made you a producer?
They aren't asking for the degree. They're asking that I'm proficient at doing my job.
Right. Well, if you're competent, it reflects in your work. I understand that. And
but, maybe we'll sit down over coffee sometime, and I will walk you through the world of corporate AV, and if you're ready for a weird challenge, maybe I'll throw you a few numbers.
well, it's not just that. I've only had really like on hands analog lately. Or not lately, but originally I got certified on an analog at Crystal Clear Studios in Dallas. I got certified as a sound engineer with Phil York. Do you know Phil York?
Yeah.
Okay, he did the soundtrack for the movie Tender Mercies with Robert Duvall, I think. Robert Duvall in Texas here way back when, and when the movie industry was kind of up and coming in the Texas area, and but it's always been here. I don't see what people are big dealing about, because the fact that the films have always been there. They just kept them hush hush, like they do, and no one really hears about it till after the fact, and then they don't really publicize the fact that, like, Marfa Texas, Marfa Texas.
Not really familiar with it.
There was a couple of movies done in Marfa, Texas, with Jeremy Irons and something. Can't remember the names of the titles, but there was like Blood Money or not Blood Money, but Oil for Blood or something like that. I think it was called Oil for Blood, or something to that effect, or Blood for Money, or something like, I can't remember, but Jeremy Irons started it. It was an independent film, and they also did one called, there was a real popular one, and won a lot of awards, Academy Awards, and something about No Country for White Men, or something like that. Do you remember that?
No, not really.
Oh, well, I can't remember the title, but apparently the Dallas International Film Festival is pretty big, and have you done any work with the film festival, the Film Society, or anything like that?
No, but I'm slowly in process of opening those doors.
Yeah.
One of the reasons is I'm like, the geeky electrician dude.
Right.
Who actually understands things like special effect lighting.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like in a difficult location. I'm probably somebody you want on your team.
Yeah, exactly. I would think that you would be a most valuable player kind of guy. And
there had over this last year. There's been like feeling out some of the waters in film, and starting to get more towards that. Slowly starting to work with some small video companies.
Right.
And, all this other stuff, me researching options. One of the things I'm starting to do more work with is get involved with more theaters, because I need to learn more theater magic.
Right.
And,
well, who also would help you with that? Have you ever heard of a place called Real FX down in Deep Ellum?
Mm-hmm.
It's an animation studio type, kind of up and coming, like almost as big as Pixar now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really, exactly. And some of those guys are major players with DreamWorks and stuff like that right now. And I didn't know if you knew anything about Real FX and their relationship with Dallas, Texas, at all in the Deep Ellum area. I know exactly where they're at. Yeah.
I just really haven't had a good open door there yet.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
other than just like a cold call walking through the door. Hi guys, what are you about?
Sure. Well, you have computer information as far as access to computer at your disposal, right? Your personal computer or anything?
Right now, I'm watching Sons of Anarchy on Netflix.
I didn't mean that. I meant internet access as far as a personal email and all that domain stuff.
Oh,
And
of course.
well,
Yeah.
I just didn't know if you had something specifically cut out for you that you could shoot them off an email to their investor relations department at Real Effects there, and a contact information to their HR follow-up. Dual kind of attachment is a copy sent kind of follow-up, and just kind of see where their head is at as far as who they're hiring these days, and if they're looking for anyone with your specific audio-visual. Now, a lot of that is digital, so digital domain and all that, and so they're...
Yeah, I'm familiar with...
well, I know you do a lot of... rendering and stuff like that?
They call it data management, but I use the term data wrangling.
Data wrangling, right. Data mining is sometimes what I call it, data mining. And
doing a little bit more research there, because like with Real Effects, they're needing to move. They're at the point where they're moving data fiber optic.
Yeah. A lot of people are going to cloud.
Well, the kind of stuff that Real Effects is doing, cloud can be unreliable and slow unless you spend a fortune on a super high-speed internet connection.
Interesting.
Because we're talking about moving.
Yeah, mega amounts of data, right?
Yeah, because raw footage is like 4 times larger than a DVD.
Yeah.
And that stuff needs to be taken in, stored in the right places, moved around to different workstations, and on the upper end, it's all the basic computer networking applies, but
right.
Special concerns.
Yeah. Well, can you keep me in mind as far as what you're doing, and I'm just kind of touching base with you on what I was doing with my own personal endeavors. And